All right, and then we're gonna play a social game. We're gonna create a match. Oh, let's just start with standard. All right, so I can get 3 people who can join me if anybody is interested. With the code is up there on the screen. Give people a chance to get their games loaded up and join if they'd like to. Oh, interesting. All right, I got G-Pix with me. Now you play the general hero. You left tagging. Ah, well, I would have just gone to a single player. But thank you for joining. I love having people to play with. Build your monkeys towers in the green area. So on the top half, all right. All right, let's get things started. Boop. Bring on the balloons! Never seen the game, so I was interested what it looks like. Might buy it and join if it looks good enough. I really like it. It's just a pretty standard tower defense, but I think it's really cute. Hi, Fireworks. What's up? It's been a long 2 weeks, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Could just use some cheer and joy right now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that things aren't going well. Just remember to take things one day at a time, okay? Because whatever's going on isn't going to last forever, okay? And if you need support and you need to vent, we do have the Discord where you can be like, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that things aren't going well. Hey, Master Ninja, how you doing tonight? I'm doing good. Sold me on the blah, 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 blah. Right? That is technical jargon, I'm sure, for high-end, high-quality venting. I'm sure that's what that translates to somehow. Right? Unfortunately, I think oftentimes what happens is the verbal equivalent of key smash when I'm trying to talk. The proper form of ranting and venting is rabble, 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 rabble. Oh, okay. Then we should all rant together. Rabble, 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 rabble. Because, man, right now, the world. Whew. That's from South Park. Bring on the flamethrower! Deep inhale and... Yep. And that's exactly how you pronounce that. Mm-hmm. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Oh, yeah, don't worry. I'm not, like, a super high-end expert at balloons either. Worst thing that happens is that they leak. Super big. It is Murloc in a costume. I use a big word with small word do the trick, right? Snipers for leakers. We like that. Oh, you thought the forest would win. Well, here we are. Oh, nice. Yeah, Miss Roch was just telling me about how Epic Games gives a lot of things away. It's like, what, weekly? They give games away? So, yeah, we're like making that part of my, like, weekly adventure to go look at the games to give away that they are giving away. And it was daily during the Christmas holiday? Nice. I used to be super good at mimicking the Murlocs because it made her laugh a bunch. Out of practice these days. Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, Siri used to have, like, a seriously good Murloc mimic. And it did. It made me laugh. It was guaranteed. I have no idea how many games I've played on this. Or do you mean, like, how many you own on Epic? Oh, dear, that's a lot. But they got almost no customer support. Smurfs got her account banned after trying to do a purchase. It was kind of funny. Oh, no. Maybe I need to just start practice again and make Miss Stretch the next runner, right? Do it loud enough, you can make the neighbors wonder. We just got this, like, cluster, like, hallway of death here at the beginning. It's... Hey, I am, like, all about getting the free games, man. When you play online with other people, it's cooperative. When you're playing with the balloons. So it's pretty similar to Brawlhalla. You go in to join the game, and then you just type in the code for the game that you want to join. Xbox Games Pass is extremely worth it. Only $10 a month. Yeah, if you have an Xbox, that sounds like it would be worth it. I mean, and if you have the $10 a month. Oh, it works on a PC as well? Oh, that's cool. You can constantly just go on and off a month and keep getting the $1 deal. Oh. I bet that's not working as they intended. Oh, it definitely could be about market share. That's true. They've definitely got plenty of other people to compete with. He has such a cute little hat. Definitely gonna have to keep perusing some of the free games and seeing which ones are gonna let us do like the public join kind of options. Because it's nice to be able to have options to be like, oh, okay guys, you want to play? Let's do this. Hello, call Jason Clutch. Welcome to Dazzle. How you doing? Oh, I don't know what I throw down next. Well, today we're playing the play-along games. So these are games that I own on Steam that people in the Dazzle can join and play along with us. Right now we're playing Bloons Tower Defense 6. What? No, this is hard. What are you talking about? I put it on hard. It's not easy. The chimp levels are unnecessarily ridiculous. Probably not, but big company, they're willing to take losses for a while. Yeah. I know, so new. What? Oh, man, you guys. I put it on hard. That's not the same as an easy level. I mean, by definition, this is a hard level. You guys are such trolls. Chips. Ah. What am I? Is the problem that I'm not dying enough? I mean, I'm pretty sure that the demo we started this session with, like, should cover me for the whole night for the number of deaths. What was it, 40? Yeah, games are definitely getting pretty expensive. Hello? Astronaut is a space boy. Astronaut is a space boy. Welcome to the Dazzle. And yes, it's the funny monkey balloon game. Wonder how many extra rounds we'll get. Games are not getting expensive. They are one of the only things that is long-term are getting cheaper. Because for the past 20 years, they cost $60 all the time, but that are 67 after 20 years of inflation. Yes, this is true, but my buying power isn't getting any better. So when you look at how much I have for buying power and how much spending money I have, they're getting harder to buy. And it's just easier to say they're getting expensive. Okay, I found the game. The stream charades. I want to see what Zebra Pig acts out. Oh my goodness. What? Barring a few greedy outliers. PC gaming is cheap long run because they always going on sale. Yeah, expensive is definitely more than just a price tag. How well fed the wallet is matters too. Yeah, exactly. It's all about that buying power. I mean, if something costs only $10, but you only have like $4 of spending money a month, then you can't afford that $10 item. So I mean, it's very relative. And then therefore it makes that $10 item expensive. And that's a large part of why games can't afford to keep increasing their prices, is because people can't afford to pay for like the entertainment items, because they're struggle busing to pay for their everyday goods just to keep things floating. Sheesh. But I'm trying to upgrade my stuff. Gotta see stuff blow up though, right? I hear ya. All right, all right. So upgrade faster. Oh. Okay, okay. Sorry guys. I'll try to stop being slow. Says the one playing with her and can see the map themselves, right? This is true. Blow him up! Get fire! Yeah! Alright, let's see how high level we can get to. Oh. Voodoo zombies stay placed in background. I'm not a huge tower defense game player, but I do really enjoy this one for some reason. I really like the art style for one. And I like that they didn't make it so that I had to memorize all the abilities and like what every monkey does, because you can just keep going to the upgrades button and read what your monkeys do if you can't remember. So that's really nice too, because I'll often be like, oh, which track is the one that tags the Moabs if it's been a while since I've played. So I do like that you don't have to have all of the abilities for every monkey memorized. That's a huge boon for me. Because I don't do that well, especially if it's been a while since I played last. I'll be like, I don't know what these towers do. Of course we're gonna make it! Like, to 1,000! A million! I think that my computer would shit itself before we made it to level 1,000,000. Phone's getting all warm. Bet your Zimmer cakes on the future! Have some faith, guys. You know we're cool. We got this. We'll make it to at least 100 and get the little bonus monkey. I mean, come on, we haven't even had any leakers yet. I don't even remember which hero it is that says that. They're leaking! I've never made it to 300 in PC before multiplayer game shits. Phone was luckily good to 150, right? Oh, I didn't even look to see what they were. Yeah, guys, we got this. You know we do. We're gonna do it. We can do it. Oh, and he's 54. All right, we got that first, I don't know what the black ones are called, but that first one of them done. Yeah! Woo! You go to vote and it tells me an error has occurred. I guess I won't vote. That they will all have died of the DDT. Well, I guess it's a good thing you didn't vote that. Well, I'm sure that's a technicality, yeah, and I'm sure that we'll beat that wave of them too. Look, here they are. We got this. We got this. Yeah! That's 2 wisdoms I'm down. I have no idea how many waves I'm supposed to face. Even this game has Twitch integration. Have to set that up at some point and see what it does. Yeah, I have no idea what the Twitch integration does. I did see that it was an option when I opened it. I have to wait until I have more funds before I can upgrade more. Upgrades are expensive. 54. And this one's like 162, so we're not getting that one anytime soon. Ah, this guy's 34. We could buy his. Hello, Cameron Gaden. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know what that meant. Oh, 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 oh! Ah! I don't believe in banana farms, right? I just didn't put any out. No, I didn't do any banana farms. Oh, well. 95. Blood's leaked. We were really close. Oh, oops. Great match. All right, anybody join in, or am I going to play a couple single-player games? Yeah, you can join. The code to join is up here at the top. Oh, I didn't even know you could, like, change the map split. Oh, and I can even, like, pick what, like, map we have. Oh, look at this. Look at this. See, I never set these up. Usually I join. What map should we do? Let's do this one. I didn't even have the option to vote for a prediction. What? No one talking about voting. I know, it is painful. Yeah, sorry, Miss Ratch. Because you usually do the things. All right. Nice. All right. We got anybody else? We got one more spot if anybody wants to join us. All right. We appreciate that, GPix. Let everybody else have an option to play. All right. Get some fire out here at the front. I guess that was fast. It just looked turtly slow. I'm sure it'll speed up. Oh, thank you very much, Ads. We really appreciate that. And you get a yellow May! Had to refresh. Yeah. We love that. Though when it just, I don't know, decides to be weird. The joys of computer programs. I cannot give any explanations. I still have all my Christmas hats on. Well, I'm closer to the blue May. I have my beards, as it should be. I don't think that I have that, effect. I don't know, trophy perk? I don't know what they're called. I haven't gotten very many trophies. I haven't gotten through very many of the, I think they're called the Odyssey, where you get the trophies. But that's where I got the little fiery fox for Gwen. Yeah, Odysseys. Okay. I try to remember the right names, but we know how that goes. It can be pretty hit and miss. Copter, yeah. The copter could be so hard to drive around. I almost always like upgrade it to like the pursuit so that it just like auto follows things. And it's 2,000 for him. Okay. There, Siri. We got a banana farm. I'm farming. Woohoo! She doesn't know what those are. I do! Look! Look! It's a banana farm! Did your spaceship pick up the banana? Looked like your spaceship did. Maybe it's just a weird visual. But your bananas look like presents right now. I was gonna start generating us some cash, but it looks like someone else is also getting farms going. Yeah, this one has an open map, so people can place the towers wherever they want to on the map. I thought I could get... There it goes. You can see who's the spender and who's the investor. I mean, yeah, if you click on it, I can see, I think. Does it tell me? Yeah, player 2. And, like, you can only upgrade your towers, the ones that you've placed, but if you click on this up here, you can give coins to other players on your team. And you can also request money down here. Oh, did I? That's possible. I am really good at reading comments out of context and misunderstanding things. Hey, Buzz. I'm not sure how much this game is on Steam currently. Oh, well, G-Pix, I don't know either. I just pretend I know what I'm doing in this game. Gamer Gaiden, it's $6 right now. Nice. Oh, let's go more range and lots of tax with them. Hopefully we won't need this end of track defense, but backup plans are good. And he's 4,000. We haven't had any leaks. I'm not gonna get through. I mean, they've gotten past this cluster up here, if that's what you mean. Yeah, that's why I'm making backup defenses down here. This is plan B. Can't wait to start playing D&D with my party members. I'm so glad you found a group. That's awesome. I love D&D so much. And you're very welcome. And I hope you enjoy it, like, at least half as much as I do, because I think that it's, like, epic pastime. I mean, I guess it's kind of a given since I've been playing it for, like, more than 20 years. Oh, my guys, have I popped a whole 10 and 6 now? Uh-oh. I would say that we're probably still doing all right. It's always a balance, like when you save and when you buy other towers, and I can't say that I've figured out when to do which. I mean, and I think that we're doing all right. Like, nobody's getting past the secondary defense here. I mean, and very few have even gotten to them. Like, this guy's popped 6. This guy's popped 10. This guy's popped none. I mean... So, I think that we're doing well. Yeah, we got him. Oh, and then... Nope, I don't think that's the one I want. Oop. Needs one. Do I have a YouTube channel? Yes, I do, Buzz. And if you look in my About page, you can go to the More Zebra. That will take you to a link that opens up like a page that has all of my social media accounts if you are interested in what I'm doing elsewhere. And I just separated my YouTube accounts into 2 pages, or 2 channels. So I have Zebra Pig Gaming, and then I have Zebra Pig Thoughts, where I put all my like rambling and rants. Gotta wait for other players. Stuck at 5 seconds. What? Oh, you're welcome, Buzz. I'm always glad when people want to check out my other stuff. I'm not sure why it does that sometimes, GPix. I love when you stream, and when you don't, I kind of get bored. Aw. Well, thank you, Buzz. I'm glad that you like my stuff. Sorry that you're getting bored, though. Uh-oh. I'm getting bogged up. There we go. Oh, what else should I put down here for defense? Oh. There we go. Let's put down just some more general firepower. Good, I'm glad it seems to be fixed. I know, like, the more monkeys and stuff that end up on the screen, the more that, like, in general, things get bogged up and computers and phones quickly go, eh. Hey, Golden Duck, how you doing? Well, there was some lag on that. That's fine. We'll Just do the firebomb after the big guy's already down. It's fine. I love brain lag. It's great. It's great. I'm like, bomb it! Oh. It's gone. It's fine. Do channel points? You mean like the zebra cake channel points? They're what let me give you rewards and let you do things in my channel. But they're not like bits, if that's what you're asking. Because they pretty much function exactly the same way as bits in that you can use them to do things on the channel. But the difference between the zebra cakes and the bits is that the bits require you to spend money and give me money, and the zebra cakes do not have any exchange of money involved. So when you're trying to save up money for the bigger, like tier 5s, is there a farm that is like a best choice? Because I was going for the one that gives you like more bananas. But I didn't know if in the long run that one was actually the one that ended up giving you more. Because it looks like you didn't go for that one. Personally, I do 2 plantations with more valuable bananas, with 2 banks with more valuable bananas. So the plantation is the top one. And the middle one is the more valuable banana. So you don't do the one that makes it... You don't worry about missing... Oh, you just put 2 down over there. Okay, I just didn't see them. Hey, little, yeah, you can join in on the next game. Yeah, there's gray balloons that are camo and lead. Are they isn't there also a gray balloon that's camo and lead? Oh, you're welcome, little. Tonight's the night that we're going through games and playing games with the Dazzle. They have to be the first track to pop the lead ones. Oh, okay. If I have time on longer map, I put down 2 central markets with 1 middle and 1 top. So a lot of it depends on like how long you're going to be. There's a camo lead balloon, but they're not just gray. So they're like, what, mottled? Right, they're like mottled gray, right? Yeah, okay. Grayscaled camo, yeah, you know, mottled gray. Now you can all see how my brain works right there. That's it. That's it at its peak. Man. Yeah, I just don't feel like putting down a whole bunch more towers down here is really going to help us. I think that if I can get some stronger ones, we'll do better. Do I have Terraria? I do. I have not played it very much. I played it occasionally. So I really don't know the mechanics of it. Because it's a lot like some of the other like crafty kind of games in that it doesn't exactly have a tutorial to go with it, which makes the learning curve on it super hard for me. For tier 5 and 6 stuff, 2 banks with the loan and 1 level 5 if you can, and more valuable nanas is what I go for. Alright. Yeah, because I'm finding that when I get into some of the harder stuff, like the chimps, because I haven't been able to beat chimps yet, that the issue is that I'm not generating enough cash to be able to get the high enough tier towers to be able to beat the balloons that are being thrown at me. And I am doing pretty well today. Thank you for asking, little. I've been having fun being able to play with the Dazzle. We've been kind of cycling through games. The plantations with more valuable make more raw bananas, but they have to be babysat. I used them to pay down the loan while waiting for balloons to pop. Okay. Yeah, Buzz, you can get in on the next game. How many people can play together in Terraria? I don't know that off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure part of chimps is no extra money, Jen. Oh, then that might be, yeah. Because it's... God, I have a hard time remembering what all the letters mean. Yeah, I think you're right, though. In which case, farms wouldn't help at all. Last time I played, we had 6 players on one multiplayer server. You think it's 8 people? Oh, that's pretty good. So that might be a game that we could play with the Dazzle that would let lots of people join us. Yeah, Chimps does have more than just its letters, but its letters definitely all include something that's banned. Although you don't play multiplayer much in Terraria, yeah. I mean, I don't play much at all. I just was trying to think of like other options of things that we could try to play that people might own or were free that people could just join for the, you know, play with the Dazzle nights like tonight. Like this one's nice because even though you can only play 4 players, the games cycle through so you can just keep taking turns. You do need tier 5 tower and chimps, but it comes down to learning the abilities of the monkeys and how they work together. Yeah, I'm not super good at that part. If you make the multiplayer server, you can you make the difficulty normal? What, for Terraria? Oh, I don't have a server for Terraria right now. The servers that we have is for Don't Starve and for Minecraft. The frame rate on my poor phone is tanking. Yeah, the more stuff that you get on the screen, the more and more it's like, I can't do the thing. Chimp stands for no continues, heart slots, bonus income, monkey knowledge, powers, or selling. And how and when you place towers and when you upgrade them really matters as well. Yeah. And I'm just like not at that level, I guess. And you know, I might not be like strategically inclined enough to I mean, and maybe if I played it like really consistently and got to where I could remember what the monkeys were, but I don't tend to play it consistently. Oh, he just uninstalled Minecraft. Oh. JPEGs. There you go, have some money. You have to be a certain tier of the coffee shop member to join the Minecraft server. Yes, thank you, Siri. It's also something that I should make sure that I am talking about when I bring up the servers. I'm glad that I have like mods that keep my brain on track. Yay, mods! You guys are rock stars. Oh, I don't have 12K, but I can give you some. Should get us closer. Hey, Chorlock, how you doing tonight? Can I write your mods to keep my brain on track when I work? I know, right? I would have loved to be able to have my mods when I was at bedside nursing just to make sure that I was like staying organized and on task. Oh. It has been an enormous boon. I didn't know, like, I just didn't know I could have like brain assistance. Having brain assistance is amazing. You have a good night, Buzz. Thanks for coming and visiting. Murloc Doodle Shenanigans is dropped on Discord. Oh no. That's all right. You can misspell it, Siri. I always missay it, so we've got it about right. Doing a bucket hat. There you go, Buzz. All right, here's another round of the big guys. And you just have some kind of weird costume on. Come on, we can do it! Take him down, take him down! This is one of the most busy character defenses I've ever seen. Welcome to the chaos! I mean, I don't know, Siri. You might not want to completely shoot him down. I mean, if he's going to pay your expenses to get there and give you a really good rate, pay for your hotel while you're wherever you are, I mean, you might want to consider being his, like, brain support assistant. Well, you know, I mean... You got your own shit to keep track of, right? Free healthcare, at least until the silly government screws it up, right? I mean, and ain't nobody want to pay me to be their brain assistant. I can't even brain my own. I mean, sheesh. I can't do my own braining, let alone someone else's. I'm just imagining me being someone else's assistant. Did you schedule the thing? What thing? I don't know. I'm sure there was a thing we were supposed to be scheduling. I don't remember a thing. Ah, shit, I don't think we scheduled the thing. Well, I'm sure somebody will let us know if we need to schedule a thing. Like when my spouse says, can you remind me? Like, how do you think that's going to work out? I am never asked to remind them. Nope. They know better. Guys, we did it! Ooh, I was the most generous. All right, let's see how far we can go. Not to get her asses kicked. Nah. Oh, you have a good night there, Kamer Gaiden. Thanks for joining us. I've inherited monkeys. Oh, you know, it's totally fine. Fine. Everything's fine. Hello, Leslie Mikado? Welcome to Dazzle. How are you? We are playing Bloons Tower Defense 6 right at the moment. And he's 28. Okay. He's 24. 36. 31. Oh. We'll upgrade him. Get him to at least level 3. Oh, he's shy 1. That's weird. Apparently, I'm all just like haphazard with my upgrades. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my hat. I cannot be trusted with upgrading the monkeys. There's so much chaos. I can't even see my monkeys most of the time. This screen is so full of stuff. 24. And that one is 36. Wait, is a frog bucket hat? I guess I'm not sure what you're trying to ask me. This is a bucket hat. It's actually an endearing design choice for the game. Yeah, I think this game is cute. And I love the, like... Yeah, there's no frogs on it. That would be cute if it had frogs on it. But no, I don't have one with frogs on it. Oh, no worries. It would be cute if it had little froggies on it. Oh, this one was what? Oh, 36. Oh, the upgrades are just so expensive! I mean, I don't know, though. We're still doing pretty good. Could use some funds if they're not earmarked for anything else. Yeah, I send you some monies. Me. Have some monies. Boop. I don't even have any abilities down here to use, really. It's weird. Part of me wishes the helicopter was painted yellow like a school bus, right? That would be amazingly funny. I mean, it totally wouldn't make any sense for it to be, but it would still be great. If it was like banana yellow. I mean, just because bananas, right? I mean, black isn't gonna hide in the sky any better than banana yellow would, so I mean... Water in the face hole, thank you! Oh my. Yes, sirree, ski! Exactly. I'm thinking like banana yellow. We gotta like go with the monkey theme, right? And hey, Esri, how you doing? Welcome to the Dazzle. It's just yes, sir, ski. With a lot of letters. Yep, it is. which means you're supposed to drag it all out, right? Like... Say it as if your team just scored a goal, right? I'm like, have the worst announcer voice impersonation ever. I can already tell you, it's not good, man. In my modern campaign, I had a announcer character that I tried to roleplay as an NPC, and oh my goodness. I was painfully awful at it. I really like the alien skin for the, like, robot hero. It's just like all Moabs now. It's fine. Just like big wall, oh Moab. I don't have 30K, but I'll give you what I got. That's it. I got about half. Oh, it starts getting hitchy and laggy when you get lots and lots of stuff on the screen. And that's more likely to happen when you end up, when you have multiple players in it. And there's just so much for it to keep track of. It's like, ah! Captain, I don't think she can handle it. I find much past 100 with several players, it starts to lag a bit and increases as time goes on. Yeah. Just checked to see which game engine they use. Oh, I have no idea. And well, honestly, even if I knew, it wouldn't mean anything to me. I think that my favorite hero to play is definitely Gwen. I really like their, like, fiery stuff. And I love their little fox friend. Does the tech nerd guy get a companion pet from the, whatever they're, the little trophies awarded? I believe Etine does get a pet from the trophy store. Most heroes do. But it may only be for a particular skin. Oh, okay. Because I know that the super monkey gets a little bat, because I bought that one. And I bought, for the sub, they get the little rubber ducky. I bought that one. Because you gotta get the little rubber ducky. But I haven't had a lot of the heroes to even consider buying them vanity stuff. It wasn't until recently when I was doing the, like, package event. Oh, man, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I know, but they still get a pet. The super monkey gets a bat, and the sub gets a rubber ducky. Because the 3 pets I have is for Gwen, and she gets the fox. And I got a superhero, the bat for the super monkey, and the rubber ducky for the sub. But I haven't gotten any of the other hero pets. And I was just assuming that they all got one. Oh my goodness, this is so crazy. You can't even see the top of the screen. It's just like swallowed by giant mega balloon. Yeah, target that big, huge one. Like there's somebody else to target right now. Yeah, they keep coming. Yeah, I know. It's so crazy. Fairly standard for this high level. It's really fun when you start having so much shit going on. You have phantom balloons that show but aren't there and don't move. Oh, dear. Oh, man, there's 2 of them. Three of them. Your mobilized shot is glitched. Don't. Yeah, the longer more stuff gets going, the more wonky it gets. Oh, and this one must be my balloon because it has a hat on. How cute and adorable its little hat. Plus it slows to a grind for level progression. He's imbibing your banana chips. A lot of things don't work or don't work as well on the bads. Is that what the purple ones are? Is the bads? You can be one around forever. Oh, I was just teasing their G-Pics. On your bank, you still need 5K? Upgrade gives money for free. That's always nice. Probably trying to get the tier 5 bank that allows you to keep taking loans without debt. You're too big to fall. Oh, too big to fail. Too big to fail. The Mega Bank. Hey, Carve, how you doing tonight? We're about to lose. No, for better or worse, I think the computer's gonna go before we do. Yeah, most of these ugly looking ones are my undead. My necromancer balloons. Yeah, it's crazy. When you get into like really high levels of this, it ends up with a really full busy screen and it gets wild. So they go the reverse direction in the track and attack the balloons. Zebra Pig, you didn't answer Carv's second question. I didn't answer his question. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Totally didn't register the second question. Or the question. Cause I'm a dork. Raises the balloons a zombie and turns them against their own kinds. Bwah! Undead balloons! I had a feeling not. Yeah, for better or worse, Siri, you know me well. Yeah, the numbers are creeping up there. Hey, Gillen, how you doing? Welcome to the Dazzle. I can't even see where my guys are to click on them. Oh, he's like 78. That one's gonna be a while. Upgrade forever from now. I mean, not that we really need it. Yeah, but we'll see how many stay stuff. We have had a dozen of gift subs this month. It's been crazy. Yeah, it's been really cool and crazy. The Dazzle supporters have been awesome, and we appreciate them immensely. I'll do another shameless money bags bait, but nobody will ever gift me a sub. I love it, G-Vix. Love it. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. They're swallowing our screen! I don't even know. Is there like a max level where they're just like, yeah, you're cool, you won? Accepting donations for doing final Moab launcher upgrades. Not that you have ever found. It's endless until we lose. Yeah, I thought it was endless, and you've never found an end either, so... I mean, I don't think that... I know what level I've gotten to, though, and I know that we've gotten to higher levels together than I've gotten by myself, but I don't know what level that would be. Are yours set up to look like sleighs? Is that the decoration? It's hard to see them well enough to know what they're supposed to be. I've made it over 200 rounds, but don't remember the round it was I lost off the top of my head. You seek. Yeah, you think it's Slays? Yeah. Yeah, with them all stacked up on top of each other, it's hard to tell what their, like, little decorative features are. And I didn't think this game was gonna be, like, this long. This is getting crazy. I'm raining my poop on everyone. We appreciate that, G-Pigs. Pooping from the sky. I didn't know what I was doing, Siri. I really didn't. I had no idea. I didn't know what I had done. When you get high enough, it just becomes a sit back and watch. Yeah, I had no idea what I had done. I didn't realize. You made it yourself. Thanks, G-Fix. We really love your presents. They're fabulous. Could you imagine, though, if that's really what they did, like, in war, and they just, like, rained, like, gluey snot from the sky on the battlefield? You're, like, trying to soldier on. Oh, God, that would be so gross. Stream becomes in just chatting. Right? I really feel like I am just chatting, because I'm just sitting here, like... Because, like, if I leave my cursor in the right place, it even auto picks up the little bananas. I don't even have to, like, do anything there. It's like, all right, we're just watching it go. I had no idea. I didn't know what I was doing. I find I usually lose when the reinforced bads make their appearance. Yeah, I'll probably just make it so that once we win the round, we go to the next one. I really had no idea, guys. I didn't know what I had done. What did I do? It's like the song that doesn't end, just it goes on and on. The reinforced pads can take just a beating. I've never seen such a thing. I didn't know the purple ones. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Is there? And what's after the purple ones? Oh my goodness. We can all just go hand off and see how long's it lose, right? Just more purple ones, right? Just more of them. Purple ones multiplied. Yeah, I'm sorry for the people waiting for the next game. I did not know. I really didn't know. You can end it. You can just see the things that I don't know. I mean, you can just yeet out. Where's my... Boop. Oh yeah, you can just go to the home. Okay. All right, I'll make it a vote. See where people are at. I'll make this one a shorter one. Alright guys, you can let us know if you're like, oh my god, this thing is just going on forever. Because really, I had no idea. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know it! This is why they don't let me drive the ship. Click the gear and pick home. All right, we'll see what people want to do, and you're still solidly an hour. We're still alive. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I didn't think that we would be at like round 130. I don't know. I definitely don't make it this far by myself, so I thought we were going to be like done and on the next game already. I just don't want people to be like, oh my god, like, oh, I wanted a turn. Yeah, no worries. Like I said, I just want to make sure that we're being fair to the people who are waiting, and that's why I'm doing a poll. We'll see how people are feeling about waiting versus, like, if they're antsy to play or want to see how it ends. Which star should I care usually until the reinforced bad? Oh yeah, that, or until the game shits. Right? I didn't know. We should play Mistrachi's obvious as playing the meta, right? Well, it's definitely not on my skill set. I mean, I go back to died 40 times to troll. All right, they weren't all to the troll, but you know, I think most of them were to the troll. My specialty is spamming glue and Moab munchers. That's about it. All right, it seems like people are pretty chill with the game continuing. All right, just wanted to check in and make sure we weren't like... I don't know, stretching it out too long, whatever the phrasing should be. Because, yeah, I had no idea. I didn't know what I had done. Oh my god, and it gets so filled up. I have almost 600 hours on Steam and played an unknown number of hours on mobile playing a bit. Yeah. I don't even know how much I have played on this. Uh, 86. I played 86 compared to your 600. So, I do want to see how this ends and when. Okay, guys, that's totally fair. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure, like, everybody was still, I don't know, okay, good. Because I really had no idea what I was doing when I was like, oh, we'll go to the next thing. Well, do we want to marathon it and legit try to get as far as possible? Keep time off, see how long our monstrosity holds together on its own. Also, and I'm Brett, can't reply yet. I mean, I'm not even sure, like, how far they're getting. I don't think they're getting to this, like, curve here. It's hard to tell. Like, they're definitely making it around this bend. But I don't think they're making it up to this bend. So I feel like they're only making it like half the way through the track right now, which is like totally sick. I don't remember ever being this far in for number of rounds, but that doesn't mean that I haven't played that far in with Miss Raj before. I can see it now, us getting like lots of hours of gameplay on this stream here, and like all of the back footage on YouTube, and me going, I don't remember like being this high a level, and then somebody like clipping it being like, yes you were, what happened like right here, and I'll be like, oh, all right, glad somebody knows what I was doing. Around 200 can take around 2 hours to get to? What? Guys, I had no idea what I was doing. Ah! 2 hours? That's insanity. How is that a thing? Can we make them go faster? Can we make the balloons move faster? I'm just like, chug, 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 chug. I did say it was a grind after 100. I didn't know what I was doing. Stuck in balloon purgatory for 2 hours, right, Jerry? They just keep coming. The balloons never end. Because there's so much shit that takes so much abuse. Yeah, and they don't really move that fast. Round 140 is one fortified bad. One bad. Yeah, 140 is often the shitty one. Round 200 is 2 fortified bad. Oh my goodness. Round 10,000. People have made it to round 10,000. I don't know that I would ever have the patience to just sit here and watch it that long. I wonder if we could just run this game in the background or something while we do other stuff. Oh, there's definitely no way my computer can handle like running this and another game while this one continued to escalate computer demand. I've never seen that one. Yeah, right? You haven't seen 10,000, you slacker. Ay, sheesh. This is so much craziness. Do you win if you beat 10,000 though? Right? You should. Like, after 100 bads, like, you should just be like, here's your win trophy. Like, the war is over. You win. All the balloons are dead. The balloon army is done. They slink back to their balloon factory in defeat and crushed morale. Round 10,006 plus 100 fortified bad, so no. Oh my goodness. Cheating is the only way to get that high because the balloons get quicker as the time goes by. At that point, they will complete the track in a second. Oh my goodness. The latex rubber factory has run out of materials, right? Alternate balloon rounds. You see your first fortified bad in round 100. Oh, gross. And it is a unit. Yeah. I love the giant bomb that just like drops in the middle of the screen. Do you think if I reach this level on my phone, it would explode? I don't know, Zokeda. But welcome to the Dazzle, and how are you? What's causing the ICBM nuke in the middle? I have no idea. It's not one of my abilities. This is so crazy. Everything's just getting slower as the computer's having a harder time. It's like, I don't know. I mean, same computer, same, man. Have all the paragons. Oh, is that the highest tier monkey? Is the paragon? Ground Zero or the Sar Bomba, you think is what the ability is? Give you something to do, right? Mr. Arch said Sar. Oh, okay. I missed that. Thank you, Siri. Yeah, it's just this big nuke that just boom. And it, like, covers most of the screen, too. Or most of the track area. Have you ever made a dark, vengeful temple of the monkey god? I didn't even know you could make a dark, vengeful one. Sheesh. How can they be more vengeful than eating all your monkeys? It can get to around 200 solo. Oh, that is absolutely insanity. I think we've tried, but I don't know if we've ever succeeded. It's OP. Yeah, I would say that's OP. I believe so. I think that is how I made it past 200. Oh, man, that's sick. Costs like 800k to make, yeah. And, like, eats everybody. Legit curious, how much XP am I gonna get after this match finishes? I have no idea. But probably the biggest XP boost we've ever seen. We'll just be like, yes, we have learned so much. Fighting alongside the monkey general. I mean, I think I'm like 118, I think is what level I'm in. What level are you right now there, GPix? Or do you get it as the round goes on? Oh, I have no idea. Ooh, if that's the case, it must reward on kill, because I haven't been getting squat for a while. Oh, no! Get levels. Our land go on? What? So you get levels as you go? Hello, Pastor Casper. How you doing? And welcome to the Dazzle. We're watering the face hole. Thank you, Pastor. We're doing well, enjoying the chaos that is, like, I don't know, like, ridiculous Bloons Tower Defense 6. I gotta get where I can upgrade. Nope, not quite. 78. Almost. Monkeys have to pop shit themselves to get it in my experience. Oh, okay. So you can't just, like, surf from someone else's efforts. That's pretty reasonable. We're enjoying the rocket volleys and massive nuclear air support against the Balloon Zeppelin horde. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good description right there, GPix, of what's going on this screen. The green XP meter for unlocking upgrades isn't going up, so unless that goes up after game, and that's screwed. I do know that the individual monkeys don't go up unless they themselves are getting the kill, you know, the pop, because when we were trying to get my experience, my different ones experience unlocking all the different stuff, we were having to put mine up in the front so that they would get credit for kills. What do you mean, Mistrach, that type of unit at least? A dart monkey has to pop balloons to get XP for dart monkeys. Right. Oh, that's what Mistrach was trying to clarify. Gotcha. Okay, yes. I don't have 56. I got 12. I can give you some. Each individual dart monkey earns experience for all the dart monkeys. No problem, G-Pix. This is so crazy. Giving a cannon balloon crush upgrade. Nice. This is so nuts. Working on saving up to 92 for the Flying Fortress Monkey Ace upgrade. That is expensive. This screen is just so full of stuff. It's just nuts. It's like, how much stuff can we shove on the screen all at once? Okay, now only 960,000 for the Goliath Doom ship up. 960,000? What? That's absolute insanity. Right? Chop chop, get on that. I want to see that Paragon, right? I'm sorry, but But when you were talking about Bramble back when you finished the demo, I was with a customer. Can I know what your opinion was? I thought that it was a more difficult game than I anticipated. Given the description, I didn't expect it to be like that hard to navigate the game, but I really thought it was a super beautiful game. Like, the graphics are really beautiful. I think that the interaction with the game is nice in that when you do die, you don't get yeeted way back far. You get to the auto saves or just like short intervals. So that part's really friendly. So even though I died like 40 times, I wasn't like replaying huge chunks of the game. It was just a little bit back. So it made up for the fact that I was dying a lot and it didn't bother me. So honestly, after the demo, it's one that I would really like to play the whole game. It looks really fun. It looks like it would be really hard, but it also looks like it would be fun. And I don't think it would be as difficult for other people. I just have a really, really difficult sense of timing. I don't do that well. And this game seems like it has a lot of portions of it that are timing dependent. And I'm really not good at that. So yeah, when the game comes out, absolutely, I would love to be able to get the full version. It's supposed to come out sometime this year, but they don't have an actual release date yet. Fortified bat! The big boy! Oh, that's crazy. It just like popped out all kinds of crap. Too much crap. And hello, She-Wolf. How are you? Yep, it went pop. But stuff's definitely gotten further down the line with it than we have any of the other stuff. Not really surprising. Is that big boy? I am good, super happy today because I finally got my Twitch account back. Wasn't able to log in for a week long. Honestly, it was a huge drama with Twitch, super annoying. Ugh, that sounds awful. I'm sorry. I hate it when stuff like that happens and then it takes forever to resolve. I mean, it's bad enough that, like, you can't get into your account. But then when it takes a long time to resolve, it's just, it's bleh, it's awful. Yeah, Twitch has been so buggy lately, and the 2FA was a mess. I'm not sure what 2FA is. But I'm sorry to hear everything was a mess. Two-factor authentication. Thank you, GPix. I'm glad it's fixed now, too. Yay! How have I been? I've been doing well. I opened Chaos in Bloons and I didn't know it. All right, let's do another check-in, see how people are doing. Because this is definitely going on forever. All right, guys, should we keep going with this chaos, or should we end it so that other people can play? I didn't know the chaos that I was opening with the free play button. Yeah, I really had no idea that it was going to be like this. I had none. See, for me, after 100, it's like things end super quick. So in my perception, that's what was going to happen. That is definitely not what happened. Yeah, definitely if you want to have a Bloons marathon, bring Miss Raj, right? I mean, it's kind of cool to see, but yeah, I didn't know. Didn't realize. And we definitely don't want to be like turn hogging, so don't worry, guys. We won't be offended if you want us to end the game so you guys can have turns too. Another big boy hits the screen. If vote passes, I'm selling some of my turns, so we lose. Oh, if the vote passes, I will just switch over to... Yeah. Alright, so it says that we should end the game, so we will go to the home. Boop. And we'll start a new game so more people can join. Yes, big balloons! Welcome, Winston! Welcome to the Dazzle. How are you? Alright, play social. Let's create match. Alright, let's pick a track. How about, I don't even know. How about this one? This one with the logs. And we'll do a hard and standard. All right, so guys, if you want to join, the code is right there. You can join the game. If you played in the last one, if you could wait just to see so that other people can get a chance to play first if they want to. And Winston, if you would like to play, you can definitely join us. It was definitely crazy. Looks like your highest round is 250 and it took forever. Oh my goodness, that's nuts. And I don't remember, how did we do that? There he goes. The game is still going on your phone. Ms. Raj's air bases are OP. Yeah, if we like leave and you can like just take over our towers and keep playing. So is there anyone else who wants to join? Three tier 5 tower, put out the hurt, yeah. And we'll just start like switching them after what are, you know, the end of the, we won't do the free play. From 100 to 53 in our playtime, right? All right, so if people who had played before would like to join, it's fine. We've got one more spot if someone else would like to join us. Go without you. All right. Well, you good luck with that match. Let's do it. Let's get fire up here at the front. Boop. He like has little stars. Doot, 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 doot. Player 2 is gonna lag a little. Oh, that's all right. I love the little mushrooms by the log. They're so adorable. I just noticed how long the game audio is on stream. How low the game audio is. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a few games that have weirdness around music copyrights. So I tend not to like record the music in games. So I tend to have things lower and then just use Pretzel. Yeah, some games let you do that, others don't. I do think this is one that does let you separate them out. And it's super hard to tell through my headphones, like, how loud it is for you guys. Because the sound effects are like, fine for me. And I wish that, like, the way that the levels of sound that I heard matched what was the output on the stream. But it just really doesn't. And I've definitely seen that, like, reflected in my recording. When I, like, look at the VODs and stuff and the recordings of the stream, the sound is so different from what I heard in my headphones while doing the stream versus, like, what you guys are receiving. Super, super weird. And having talked to other streamers, that seems to be just, like, a universal thing. Let's go. Laser beam of death. Our powers in this game single. You mean the ones down here? No, they have a recharge rate. The ones that you can buy, like monkey knowledge or these monkey powers. These monkey powers are one-time use. Like the insta monkeys and the power effects. But once you get into the game, it's really not hard. I mean, like, as you can see, I have like a whole bunch of them. It's not hard to like collect the insta monkeys and the instant power ones stuff. I mean, especially if you participate in the game events, because they often give you those as rewards for the game events. So I feel like it's all right that they're one time. And yeah, we lost player 2. I've inherited monkeys. When you got a like nice straight line like that, this monkey is so nice. Gatling me with his laser beam of death is just brutal. Just like lock him on, and then you just got like that line that he shoots the whole thing. The top track at the Dart Monkey is good for that too. And a lot cheaper. Hello. Hyrix? Hyrix. I think it's Hyrix. How you doing tonight? Glad to hear that you're doing well. We've been doing good here too. Got to see some craziness in the last game of the Bloons. Unleashed chaos. This seems like a chill game. Yeah, it's one that you can like kind of set up and then like sit back and watch quite a bit. It's more about planning and strategizing than I find it to be like high intensity clicking or anything. Yeah, it definitely is my favorite tower defense game. I mean, honestly, I'm not super big on tower defense games in general, but I do really like this one. And I really like the Monkey City, which is pretty much the same thing as this one. It's just got a like city building mechanic to go along with it. Yeah, the music is played through Pretzel Rocks. I have a hard time keeping track of like which games have copyrighted music and which ones don't, so it's just easier to like not play the game's music, and then you know you don't have you're not having trouble. All right. I'm apparently the monkey financer. All right, let's see which map. And if you would like to join, you can join by typing in the code right here. The LSDVOE. And let's pick a map. Oh, I've never done the spillway. And oh my gosh, I did the gear to the first one the other day, and that one is like rude. Gotta show you guys that one. That one was rude. Hi, Ike Belly, how you doing? Thank you for the wiggle. wiggle, wiggle. So anybody wants to join in, just hop on in. Can have 3 people. Well, you have a wonderful night at work. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Anybody else want to join in? Got 2 spots. 2. All right, let's get this going. Boop, boop. Oh, there we go. He's like, wait, wait, wait. Fabulous. All right, anybody else? Am I closing them too soon? Wait until the last second. Any other last takers? Yeah, because we're just playing to the end of the level, and then we'll go to the next game. All right. Here we go. Yeah, this map is craziness. Gonna power grind banana farms to get XP. Okay. All right, I feel like first time I played this, I didn't know it moved. And that just like changes everything. I was like, what just happened? I thought it was 340. It's 380. And then 1275. Okay. I keep wanting to like click on the little bananas, but they're not mine. I think it's rude that you can't help pick up each other's bananas. I think you should be able to be a supportive team member and help them pick up their bananas. Hey, Orbit, how you doing? I am doing well. And I think we're going to want to set him to strong while we're at it. So he's getting them big guys. Yeah, because it moves, like, multiple times. Like, in a round. Or is it just every round? I can't figure it out. I think it just moves at the end of every round, and these rounds are just going quickly. Man, I always love your stream. When I come on, you play some of the funniest games. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed the stream. The minigun dude, I am aiming manually. Yeah, you have to, like, with him with this one, because if you just, like, locked him in, he would never hit anything. But he's not a bad choice for this level, because you can, like, turn him and he can hit anybody, like, anywhere in the screen once you've turned him. Yeah, the first time that I got this one was, like, I don't know, just the other day, and I, like, put, you know, my hero up front and my, like, bonus little dart monkey up front, and gave my dart monkey the ability to get the camo balloons. And then I started it, and I was like, there, you know, they're, like, right up front. I'll catch everything, you know, I can let them accrue some money. And then it moved, and I was like, what? Wait, what just happened? And then, of course, I'm scrambling to try to, like, get other things out, because half the time they can't hit anything because they're, like, down here at the bottom. And I was just like, what? Yeah, I had not anticipated the track moving the first time I played this. Snipers, monkey aces, helo pilots are the best for set and forget for this level. Yeah. Yeah, and like Jay, the second time I played it, I went with the snipers. And had much better luck. Yeah, like the sniper's good. Yeah, the plane, definitely the helicopter. Yeah, and I don't even think the Gatling gun is bad. It just means that you would have to babysit him for him to hit stuff. And even the mortar monkey isn't bad, because it doesn't matter where he is on the track, he still hits his targeted space. Yeah. I mean, gee, you can't put out the water ones, but the other ones are all, you know, gonna at least hit the balloons coming out. Woohoo, guys! We did it! Mr. Acid King! Money or all right, so again, if you would like to join, it's LSDESH. And let's see what track. There's a lot of these that I haven't even, like, played yet. I haven't done this one yet. Let's do this one. Let's make it at least hard. Anyone else like to join us? Got one more spot. If anyone else is interested. Well, thank you, Orbit. I appreciate that, but you don't need to. Just hanging out and following is lots of support. We appreciate that. And it's okay if you can't afford to, like, donate money. Alright, let's get this game started. Start the chaos. Thanks for you punched. So they start from over here. Alright, so I'll put my fire monkey out at the front. Boop. Looks like a fossil. Oh my god, a little puddle. At least I think that I can put my boats in that. It looks kind of sketch. This is Bloons Tower Defense 6. The fossil was in potty trained. Had an accident. Paid a little. Just a little pitter. I'm not sure what all the steam is coming from. Ground is just very warm here. Toasty. Wait, is it 6 or 2? This is Bloons Tower Defense 6. The screen seems so empty now that we have, like, played 240 and I have seemed it swarmed. It seems like, wow, there's, like, very few balloons on the screen. It's like, comparatively, there's, like, nothing on the screen. It's so crazy. That continent full of towers, a few trickling balloons versus, like, the chock full of chaos that game had. That was crazy. We have seen the horizon, and there is no going back after seeing such horrors. Right? That's it right there. G-Pix and I have been shown by Miss Raj, the General, what war can really be like against the balloons. Isn't that what I said, 140? Or did I say the wrong number? Well, pfft. Surely I would not misspeak. We made it to level 1 million! What are you talking about? I mean, I'm sure that I couldn't have gotten that wrong, Mr. Hutch. No, no. Can I flamethrower? Yes, yes! Hope that your monkeys are not flammable. Get my little ring of fire going. Could you imagine how hard it would be, like, in real life to keep this thing going? To, like, have the fuel output on it, like, to just keep those jets of flame going? That would be crazy. I didn't even look. What? It's 35.90. Okay. Warfare is 20% fighting, 80% logistics. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it is like, you know, how do you get the things from point A to point B? How do you, like, keep the things going? How do you feed the troops? How do you fuel the equipment? Yeah. And you gotta make sure that everything, like, arrives at the right time in the right place. It just... In the U.S., it's 3 to 4 logistics personnel for every frontline infantry, right? I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. When I watch your stream, it always cheers me up. Oh, I'm really glad to hear that, Orbit. All right, bring on the fire! Whoa! Oh, so you can get rid of that. Oh. Off and away it went. I was looking and someone else did it. It just, whoop. Hi, official. How you doing? Welcome to the Dazzle. This is Bloons Tower Defense 6. I realized, like, I haven't been changing my stream info, so it probably still says that we are... Oh, one of my mods is on it. I was like, if it was left up to me, it would still say that we were playing the demo. Thanks, Miss Stretch. Glad one of us is on that. School work at 5 a.m. Ugh, that's brutally way too early. I'm so sorry, cool guy. That is awful. I don't like getting up that early for really, like, anything. Ever. Ugh. I have worked day shift, but it is definitely not my most favorite. Like, even a little. I have to work 12 hours a day too. Blah. I think that when someone else looked at it on Steam, I think they said that the game is currently priced at $6. Yeah, 12-hour shifts are really rough there, cool guy. I have worked 12-hour shifts the majority of my working career. And they are brutal. And Orbit... you're saying it's 14? Oh, okay. I am misremembering, or that was a different game, or the other person was wrong. I don't know. I didn't look myself. That's the Apple App Store. Could be normal Steam $30 to $40 games. Oh, I have no idea. I know that in general, Steam games have like a wide variance. I mean, in how much that they cost. I mean, they can be anything from like 0 to like 60. I try to like regularly get on and look at the like free games and peruse those and see if there's anything that looks like it would be fun to play. Because, you know, why not? I love that the sub gets to have a little rubber ducky when you spend the trophies for it. I mean, and in context to the size of this sub, that is a ginormous rubber duck. I think it's, yeah. We talk free games. I know a lot, right? We love free games. That's a perfect price range. I put in the gaming channel on the Discord the craziest screenshot from this game that I have, right? Nice. I bet that is chock full crazy. Hello, Ninja Worm. Welcome to the Dazzle. How are you? I've been wanting to do this game for a while. It looks so fun. I have really enjoyed this game. I don't generally play tower defense because I find it really difficult to keep track in my head, like which towers do what. But I find that the way that they have this one set up, it makes it easier for me to remember. And then if I don't, you can go over to this upgrade tab and you can click on it and it will show you the different tracks. So you don't have to remember what all of your monkeys do. You can like go through all of your different troops and you can look at through all the 3 different tracks and you could hover over it and it will give you a description of each ability that you can buy on each track. And so if you're like, oh, I don't remember, you can look at it. So I really like that about this particular game. So it's friendly for people like myself who can't remember all of the tower functions. I haven't ever played an escape room, Orbit, so I don't know. They seem like that they would be fun. In the upgrade tab for the individual tower, you can click the button to the I button to see the info of the next upgrade or hover over the info on the current upgrade. Thank you, Siri. I have played a lot of Tower Defense 5. Oh, yeah, Ninja Worm. If you like Tower Defense 5, then you're going to like 6. It's all the goodness that was in 5. I mean, as always, there's definitely differences, but it's still, you know, monkeys and balloons and all the goodness that is. There's a game, Escape Room der Crank College. Well, if it's a game that you think I should check out, put it in the suggestions channel in the Discord, because I will most likely forget the name of it by the end of the stream because I am terrible at remembering names. What time do I normally stream? I stream on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 6 p.m. and I usually go until midnight, and that's on Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to look at my current schedule, it's down in the About page, and it will tell you what games I plan on playing. I'm a variety streamer, so I switch through different games. What is today? Today's Monday, so tomorrow is Tuesday, so that means our next thing is Grounded. I have to stop and think real hard. Right? Tuesday's Grounded, I think. Which one should I stick out next? Because I think he's all... Yep, he's all upgraded. Let's put out a plane. Boop. Aerial defense spammage. Man, when he gets upgraded, that rocket launcher gets pretty ridiculous on his shoulder. Or does he start with it that big and I just never noticed? I think that that rocket launcher is as big as he is. I'm like, all right, just let me shoot a balloon, and he like pulled out a rocket launcher. The monkey's compensating. He starts with it that big. Okay, guess I somehow didn't notice. But It's ridiculous. I mean, if he set it down next to him, it would be definitely as tall as him. And yeah, I think it's as big around as his hat. I mean, it's crazy. The better to shoot you with. Hello, Desori. Welcome to the Dazzle, and how are you tonight? Get out my bomber. Saw me on TikTok. Well, thank you for coming and checking us out. I appreciate that. So far, the games are going pretty good. We had one crazy one. Well, unleash the chaos. I didn't know it. I didn't know it. There was just so much stuff on the screen. Have a good night, Ninja Worm. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Hello, Doomster. Welcome to the Dazzle. How are you tonight? They're just bananas barfing everywhere in the bottom corner. Oh, the bananas! Bleh. We made it! Yay! Alright, looks like we have enough time for one more game. Great match. Pick a... Oh, so it's LSESOA is the code if you would like to join. And let me pick a map. Boop, 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 boop. Let me end with that one. That one's one of my favorites. As capitalist monkey. One of the best channels ever. Thank you everyone for coming to the Dazzle. Thank you, Orbit. That's very sweet. So we got 2 more spots if anybody would like to join. Nope, we're doing a posture check. Thank you, Orbit, because I definitely am being slouchy again. Still, always, and forever. I'm terrible at sitting upright. Have I unlocked anything beyond standard? Would you like to do half cash? Or we could just do magic monkeys only? Or bigger, badder HP? You're like, I don't care, any of them. Alright, let's do magic monkeys. Bring on the magic! Alright, I will put my fire out at the front. And then I will wait to get out a ninja. Advice for best meta hero commander monkey for me to get? Oh, I don't know. I personally really like Gwen, but that's just me. I think everybody has like a different hero preference and style. And I do think that it also depends on like which map you're using. But I will say Gwen is the one that I personally use the most. I love you all, but I have to go. Have a nice stream. Well, good night, Orbit. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. E-Tiny? I don't know how to say that hero's name. E-Tiny is my favorite due to him giving everyone camo when he is high enough level. Yeah. I mean, they all have, like, really nice advantages. Like, Gwen's advantage is that fire right out from the start, and fire, like, over the whole screen when they get higher up. I think Mistrach usually plays the, nerdy hero here. ETN. Looks like his name is. The Druid is also good for money gen with his trees and his spirit pops. Leads as is. Etine in a skin. I don't know what you mean by the last one, Siri. E.T. Oh, okay. Dressed as E.T. Oh, okay. So he is the alien. Oh, okay. Yeah, most of the heroes I didn't even have until really recently. When I did the holiday opening present event, I got a lot of the monkey cash with which to do the purchasing of the heroes. Etienne or Benjamin is what I'm looking at so far. Downside is Etienne is a 5k hero, and I only have 3.6k. Yeah. I think they're all, like, right around that, so... Geraldo is the newest hero, and he's fun as well. Benjamin is a neat hero, too. He is who I used before ETN. I can hear the French curler toes at that butchering. E-T-Een. E-T-Een? E-T-Een. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. I'm so trying. Or maybe it is a tie. But either way, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to names, really, really good chance I'm doing it wrong. Say it's Spanish style. That doesn't help me any. I was spelling out your massacre of it. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. ETN. I don't know. I don't know. It's the best I got. So which monkey is the one that turns the balloons into zombies? Yeah, it's the wizard, that necromancer, bottom tier. This guy. Well, that's weird that they want less for the mobile than on PC. You would think same game, same price, but pfft. Apparently not. They charge extra for the privilege of the higher frames per second, right? Or maybe it's because on Steam you can also play on the deck, so you really get two platforms for one? I don't know. Best I got. Save up, bring out the Prince of Darkness! Yeah, he looks neat. The spirit of the forest. He's like, I summon all the roots! Like Uber entangle. I like the death rays he gets when you, like, use his ability. Just turns into a big blue monster with death eyeball rays. He's like, "Brrr!" Oh, was this 28? Yeah. Not there yet. At this rate, I'll get to the end of the game before I get the money to get him leveled. Not that we really need it. Oh, yay! Almost, yeah! Now he sits in his throne of death! To bring forth the many dead balloons! Mwahaha! Hope you're having a great evening. Well, thank you, Wugs. We are having a good evening. We're almost done, though. This was our last game for the night, and then we're gonna be going over and looking to see who we can raid. So you're coming in at the end of things. I hope that you are also doing well, though. So, as always, thank you everybody who has given us any kind of fan art. You guys are amazing. We super appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who has given us donations. You guys are also awesome. And if you would like to do a donation, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/zebra. The link is down in the About page. You can do a one-time donation, or you can subscribe. Subscribing will give you extra perks. Also, if you like the art of the channel, it's all done by Siri Skulk. And if you'd like to check out their page, the link for that is also down in my About. You can see larger versions of the emotes, and you can check out some of their other work. So thanks again, really appreciate it. Let's see who is on that we can go raid. What it says, Dew is on. Dew is never on this late. That's crazy. Actually gonna have to go in and see if he's really there. And we got Luke a lot. Yeah, that one looks like it's just showing me weird. And we got Luke a lot. He's on. All right, let's raid Luke a lot. He's a rock star, so we'll raid him. All right, let's hook that up. So as always, guys. Oh, why is it not showing me that? I love this system. There he is. All right, so as always, guys, throw like 3 or 4 Doritos at him. Make sure that they got snacks. Make sure that he knows how awesome he is. So give him lots of love. And as always, thank you very much for coming and hanging out with me. Really appreciate that. And we'll be on at the same time tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I would love for you guys to hang out with me again. So thank you. Bye.